What's up, guys? Coming at you from Shenzhen in my home studio, and I'm gonna show you something a little bit different today. Usually I'm sitting here in my studio bringing you an interview or talking about a topic, but I'm gonna take you outside. I'm gonna take you outside because the last couple days I've been working on something that I think at least is pretty cool, and I'm gonna introduce you to one of my good friends from New Zealand who's here, Nick. He is one of the coolest expats there are here in Shenzhen. He deeply respects the local culture, the local people, and he always has your back. Always has your back. And there's people who sometimes take advantage of that, but he's one of the best guys you could ever hope to call a friend. And he's a brewer too, and he has his own craft beer brand, which you're going to learn a little bit more about. He makes some of the best beer in China, and I know that made me seem odd. A lot of you know that I own my own brewery here too, and I hardly ever talk about it on my channel. But to be able to give him a little bit of the spotlight here and show you guys what he does would be my pleasure. So what's going to happen is we're going to cut into some videos at my brew pub of us brewing this beer that we hope to turn into China's strongest brewed beer ever. It's going to be up over 30%. And the beginning, the footage is going to be a bit shoddy because I realized when I fired up my camera that I was actually filming on time lapse. So when I first met up with Nick, I haven't seen him in a few months. That was a cool exchange, but it was all on time lapse, so we're going to miss that. So you're going to see some clips here, and then it goes into the next day where I go over to his brew pub for a New Zealand National Day, which he wanted to explain a little bit more about Maori culture and why he doesn't like the particular treaty day that they have for, I believe it's February 6th. But he was continually self-conscious about talking about it after he had some drinks because he said, he doesn't want to disrespect the culture and he thinks it deserves such respect. He has such respect for Maori culture, the native indigenous culture in New Zealand. That particular day, the night we were at his bar, there were a few Maori people in the audience actually. But even when he was at the bar, the day before when we were brewing, he refused to, he brought his guitar and he was doing some songs, just messing around. He brought his son over too. But he refused to sing any Maori songs after he had a drink. He said, it deserves the fullest respect, and he wasn't going to do that. So it's interesting. So you don't get to hear too much about that because we cut it off of the end of the video. There's only a few clips of him playing some funny New Zealand-based clips, which probably only Kiwis would understand. So that's what you're about to see. And so without further ado, we're gonna cut to the bar now. All right. I missed all of that because I had it on time-lapse 10x mode. All our introductions are gone. All right. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you got real stuff to do. Beast mode. Activated.
In the house of Tex today with Master Brewer Elliot.
Yep.
And supporting role Harry.
Supporting actor.
Who's chaps? Taps.
No taps. I can check.
You got taps. I've actually got a wee surprise for the boys today as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Got a wee surprise.
Awesome. Okay, which tank are we putting this into? 哪一个发酵罐的？是第一吗？差不多。这今天对。哦，6号的。
啊，666。
以前用乐炸带的话，我们打那个卤板凳，就没有用炸带了。
Yeah. All right. Well, this is going to be. What are we? So what are we targeting for the finishing gravity? The finishing percentage in the tank before we start our ice distillation.
So theoretically, and we'll talk about it more a bit later on, but theoretically, the yeast can go up to 18%, and then beyond that, it will die basically from alcohol poisoning.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's the theoretical max. Now,
Okay. Whether we'll actually
if we
hit
get
that.
15 or 16,
Yeah.
happy
Yeah.
as.
Yeah. And then after that.
So we've got to help out.
Yeah.
Don't need to go to the gym when you work in a brewery, right?
Right.
So the other interesting thing about today, I don't know, did you ever look at the recipe?
I didn't know.
So actually, with our first base recipe from today, we're not being lazy. So we could have got the limitation here is the size of your brew house.
Right.
So we could have mashed twice.
Okay.
But I don't want to do that because I want to. We can dose during fermentation. So the base beer from today will be about 12%,
Okay.
and then we're going to gradually dose through fermentation. Sanjar and all sorts of.
Okay.
Wait, how do you say Sanjar in English?
Ju-
Hawthorn juice.
Oh, Hawthorn. Yeah.
Hawthorn juice. Yeah. So we're going to be using.
有照片吗？
We're going to be using Hawthorn juice.
Oh, Hawthorn. 我以为你开了一个照片。
Hawthorn juice. Yeah, it's in your.
Yeah, they do a lot of teas with Hawthorn. Yeah.
Soda water's good to go, mate. I need some soda water.
Yeah. All right. I'll do the only things that I'm good at, which is valet parking
Yes.
and pouring the pouring the drinks. Yeah.
Also, mate, have you had coffee from an AeroPress before?
I have, yeah.
We put one down.
Oh, I love AeroPress. I lost mine, but AeroPress, the coffee's come out really good. Yeah. They actually had some competitions.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Eric's wines. Yeah.
Eric. Nice stuff.
Yeah. There were some competitions, some coffee competitions, and they won every time. It was AeroPress winning.
I can see why, honestly.
And people were doing, the fancy kind of. Oh, you want some hot water? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
I
mate,
think-
we're gonna get some tunes on. Kiwi tunes today.
Kiwi.
Kiwi playlist.
Oh yeah. All right, let me get some water. Hot water? Oh, this is for coffee, right?
For coffee.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I thought you've gone like full on Chinese, and you're you just want a cup of hot water.
I've lived here 14 years and I'm still not there yet.
Hey, Daniel, I forgot to tell you, but so this beer's going to take ages to make, but we're building our own yeast propagation lab
Oh wow.
up in Shenzhen. So as part of that requirement, we're buying a fridge that goes down to -70, a freezer, sorry.
Oh.
It's like your standard freezers, we can only go down to -18, but yeah, we're going to be able to go down to -70. So
Yeah. Do you want to see if this is enough hot water for you already to start off with? Because if
I'm sure it should be, yeah.
Yeah. So then.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so actually now, obviously, too many cooks spoil the broth, as they say.
Yeah.
We've got the lead boy doing his work in his own brew house. We're just the guests today, and very happy guests we are. So today, we'll talk a bit about the recipe a bit later on, but yeah, looks on point. We're going to have some interesting temperature fluctuations in here because of the design of your brew house, your mash tuns, because of where you had to fit it in.
Yeah.
Your mash lout is too tall, not wide enough.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna get some big temperature fluctuations between the top and the bottom, but we're passing through different saccharification temps where we should be able to get all our enzymes at work. I call the wizards.
Okay.
To get the most fermentability we can out of the work.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, the beans come
Yeah.
Let's get some tunes going.
Actually, they have a way to wire it into the entire system now.
Nice. I've got the guitar down as well.
Oh, beautiful.
Sometimes I may look like a homeless hobo.
Yeah.
I currently do look a bit scruffy at the moment.
How many
How
many times have Chinese people asked you if you go and get your hair curled?
how many times haven't they asked? Anyway,
Yeah.
so we've got a bit of a tradition at Crafthead. This is Crafthead, and we're actually, to be honest, we're no longer a brewing company as such. We're just we're just Crafthead because we make stuff using our hands. So we distill, we make mead, we make cider. We're going to make baijiu this year.
Gin.
And wine next year.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So, but anyways, as part of my tradition, so for these shirts, on the back, if you're a staff member or a team member, we call you craft crew.
Okay.
But if you've done a collaboration brew with me, you've earned this shirt.
The brew crew.
Brew crew. So there's a shirt here. I've got lots of different sizes, so the boys can
nice
can wear their brew crew shirts with pride.
Now, I did help park your car, and
so anyways, it's going to help yourself. There's different sizes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because you know.
I think you're probably about an L at the moment. So, like, I'm not the best brewer, so if there's some brewers watching and I make technical mistakes,
you're so modest.
No, there's a cool saying in Chinese, like "" It means you always continue learning, and I will be for the rest of my life. But I mean, we always joke about what makes a good brewer, and at the moment, there's a lot of joking around hipsters. So you need to have a big beard or a man bun.
Right. Boom. There we go.
I got
fully qualified.
This is Sean.
I got enough for everybody.
So basically,
He's the street cred. He's the street cred
He's the street cred. I'm trying, mate. I can't do it. And I'm training him up, and I think within 2 months he's going to surpass me.
Oh yeah.
Already on beard though.
Oh, bro, this is the perfect drinking song. Yeah. Can we get this plugged into
All right. Am I gonna get? Oh, these are like New Zealand Maori songs, or
no, just New Zealand classics, right?
In general.
And so we've got.
Do you have any Maori music?
Yes, there's some on this playlist.
Awesome.
We're gonna crank Poi.
You know what I was saying actually when I was driving here, I was saying that New Zealand is one of my favorite places on earth that I've never been to, and one of the things I was talking about was how New Zealanders have such a deep respect for their native community. Like, it doesn't matter, even if you're not Maori, so many people know Maori phrases. So many of them know how to dance the haka, and there's just this deep respect that you don't get at the same level even in Canada or, you know.
Canada, Australia, wherever the English colonized. But anyway, so I actually brought the guitar down today because I need to practice learning some Kiwi songs. So speaking of that, February the 6th is the day that the Crown signed a treaty with all the tribes. It's called Waitangi Day, and it was signed on Waitangi Day. It was the Treaty of 1840. Now, I purposely am organising an event for Kiwis at our tap room on the 5th.
5th of
this Friday.
This Friday, yeah.
This Friday, because it's not about, for me, one of my ancestors, who was the chief of the Ngāti Apa tribe, signed it. So I don't look Māori, but I have Māori ancestry.
Okay.
And my great-great-great-grandfather was the chief of the Ngāti Apa tribe. So he signed this treaty, and you know, everyone's got their own opinions on it, but I don't think we should celebrate it.
Oh, really?
My opinion. And I can go into that why later, but I don't want to talk about politics.
Right,
but I've got my own presentation on New Zealand.
Right. Yeah, you know what, later on, after all this, if you're up for it, I'd love to hear about it.
I would love you to come down on Friday.
Yeah.
Come and have dinners with us. So I'm smoking up some lamb. We've got pies.
Beautiful.
Fish and chops.
Oh, you're going to do a presentation on this?
Yeah.
And
yeah. Come down on Friday.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll get a mic set up and everything like that too.
So yeah, we've got come down on Friday. It's better like.
Yeah. What time?
100万步入一见. So dinner we're aiming at 7 o'clock, but come down early and help set up because we're short staffed.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. Bring the kids.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
This is one of my favorite songs. So we need to get this plugged into the sound system.
Are these things like? Do you think I'm going to get, if I play this on YouTube? Are they going to give me a copyright strike, or these are pretty open source music?
This is not. This is just playing in the background while we're brewing. So
they get you for that. If you've got.
If I play it on the guitar.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll play it.
Oh yeah, that's even better actually.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna have some more coffee. You mean a shot inside?
Yeah, come get a shot inside.
All right.
So there's not a lot of volume, a lot of space left we can do on your mash tun. The mash looks the mash looks thin here. It's actually a very thick mash, but it's just we've overwhelmed the rakes, so it's looking thin.
Are the rakes still moving? They're not.
Turn the rakes on. Turn the rakes back on. 这是有开那个搅拌机。
要一直开着。
这段时间我们会多开一下嘛，然后测试那个温度，然后我们等一下去测试那个 pH。
我现在他们取了他们的海虹那边，他一会儿测那个 pH。
那温度现在是多少？
刚我测的时候是62.8。
Cool. So we're going for there's two really key there's a lot of enzymes that we incorporate in brewing, but in this place we want to go use both beta amylase and alpha amylase to get the most fermentation we can out of this. So we're going to do a rest at 63 up to 68, and then we'll mash out. We could do a rest at 72. Not worried about that today.
Right.
Just keep it simple.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Looking good. All right, so right now our pH is sitting
it's too high. So
too high.
We're about to add some acid to bring it down.
Okay.
So you've also
what are you targeting? So right now.
So basically, depending on the beer style, what we want to make, we want to be between 5.2 to 5 points, up to 5.5. We're making beer depending on the style. We, for one of our beers, go up to 5.6, even 5.7 for a decocted German style wheat beer.
Okay.
Depends on the yeast and what we want to achieve. But today, ideally, we want to be between 5.2 and 5.4. So I'm just going to go do some calculations to see how much acid we need to add.
Cool.
Dave's off and growing. So with our acid addition, we're banging the zone. So you've got some issues with your temp probe. So we want it to be around 20 to 25 for testing the pH.
Right.
We're at 5.32. I'm happy with that. So we're doing no more additions. We're making beer.
There we go. Wow. I was going to say, here's your little guy, but actually he's big now.
He's a unit, isn't he?
Okay. How big he is.
Peter, can you give Daniel a brofist?
Yeah. Hey.
Brofist.
Brofist.
Oh, sister
Oh,
fist.
I missed.
Sister fist.
Sister fist, yeah.
This is my wife Penny. Isn't she gorgeous? And this is
Absolutely.
and this is my son,
the big
Caden.
guy.
Caden.
How you doing?
How you
Yeah.
doing?
What kind of a car is that? Oh.
Transformer?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow
Yeah,
transformer.
yellow.
I think it is a transformer, right? A transformer.
It is.
Cool.
It is a transformer. Oh!
Whoa, that was fast. That was so fast I didn't even see it happen.
Transform.
How does it go back?
Transform. Brofist. Give him brofist. 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 Yeah. This is making beer. Bubbles.
Oh, look at this. This is your gin, eh? This
is our second batch of gin. So,
see if I can get the label. That's a beautiful label, actually.
Actually, well, this is a holding label for us. So we just wanted to get the product out into the market, and so obviously some issues on printing because of our label run is a bit small.
Yeah, I like the metallic print on the dragonfly.
So dragonfly, mate, dragonfly. So we tried to trademark dragonfly. There's a couple of different names for dragonfly in Chinese, and we couldn't trademark them. Hey, bro, come on, Daddy's hand. And I just, if you research, so I've been fascinated about dragonflies since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And obviously, dragons they're not called dragonflies in China.
Did you ever see those pictures of dragonflies I posted from Zhejiang? Like these multicolor metallic.
No, but they're such a beautiful invertebrate, and they eat mozzies. They eat mosquitoes. They actually.
Oh, right, they do. Yeah.
So,
that's right.
It's just like, I mean, who likes mosquitoes?
I had to translate mozzies back to English.
Mosquitoes. So yeah, I mean, we're pretty happy with how it's going. So actually, this batch is very, very small. So we bottled 128, but then we did the rest in bulk, and we made a yuzu a yuzu tonic with it. So we made a pre-mixed gin and tonic.
Right.
So we made the tonic water ourselves using yuzu, and a lot of this has got yuzu in it as well. And so yuzu is originally from China, and a lot of people, Japan made it famous.
Right. Yeah.
So it's 中文叫日本柚子.
Oh, even Chinese call it 日本柚子.
Yes.
Even though it originated.
We're going to be doing something about that educationally. So we've hooked up with a yuzu farm in Hunan, and we buy direct from the farm, or the, what do you call it? Not an orchard. Would you call it an orchard? Losing my English.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Just for people who don't speak English. Just now we referred to, they call it 日本柚子. So they actually call it a Japanese fruit, even in China, even though it was originated from here.
Don't, because I can't remember the name of the Japanese sort of botanist that took the cuttings over to Japan. But anyway, and actually not just Japan, but also in Korean culinary culture. Alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, yuzu is associated with Japan.
Right, yeah. I mean, I always did associate it with them.
But anyway,
also,
China, this farm makes. We were using.
Have you visited yet the farm?
Oh, we're going there.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. That'll be a cool.
Anyways,
trip.
man, I mean, it's probably a bit early now, but you got to come try it.
Yeah.
Do you have any tonic here?
I think we do. Yeah. 汤力水我们有吧?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna give this a try. Oh, that smells good. Oh, where's the camera gone? Camera's all over the place. Cheers, let's give this a try. This is really good.
Yeah. Second batch, pretty happy with it.
This is only your second batch.
Commercially.
Okay.
There may or may not been some moonshining before that.
Very good. We'll try.
It's legit.
We'll try that with a gin and tonic later on, but. All right, we're fast forwarding. We've all had lunch. Where the brew, the wort is in the kettle now, progressing along really well.
So I've been practicing. We've got this New Zealand drinks on Friday, so I'm practicing some Kiwi songs, but they need to do some work. But I'm trying to teach them about what it means to bust. So
okay.
So we're gonna rip out a tune. I'm sorry I can't sing or very well, but here we go.
All right.
Okay, look at this. So no disrespect to the tap, it's going on the ground.
Okay, you need a QR code in there these days.
No cash?
Yeah, exactly. 二维码
Ready, Kaden? Yeah, two, there we go. Ready?
你们知不知道那个你要跳舞吗？你要跳舞吗？
I've got to learn some more Chinese songs as well. When I was learning Chinese, I was always into Wang Lihong and Jay Chou.
Oh yeah.
Zhou Jielun.
Yeah. Let's see how we're doing.
Not Disray. Dreams can come true. It's a bit high for me.
Oh yeah.
But the guitar's nice. Daniel's going to sing on camera. ABC. A, B, C, D, and the Wonderwall. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Oh, sorry. It's the wrong format. He didn't like it in the Oasis format. ABC.
All right, so we've emptied the mash tun, and here we go.
Open up, so we're just, so this is some of our spent grain. So this is going to which kind of farms?
Pig farms.
Pig farms. So
Look at that. Right out of the...
so there's no...
This is imported high-quality stuff the pigs are going to be
straight out of the rubbish
real
bin, as
happy.
a good scabby Kiwi should. What's that, mate?
He doesn't want to eat out of a garbage can.
But there's,
This has only ever been used for grain, though, so...
there's no sugar left in it, so...
So when you taste that, it's completely, like, there's no sweetness left in.
百万不如一见，百万不如一做。
Yeah, no sweetness.
No sweetness at all. Yeah. So we've left nothing behind there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Taps Brew House. Oh,
That's good stuff, though.
if it's good for pigs, it's good for us, eh?
Yeah. All right, this is the real part of brewing. What do they say? 90% of brewing is cleaning.
Well,
Here we go. Cleaning out the mash tun. You got to be extremely clean in a brewing situation. Any bacteria, dirt, or whatever in the beer, you're going to get cross infection, and you're just going to mess up the whole thing. Everything's got to be super, super sanitary. There's no room for error at all. Look who showed up, an old friend. Are you allowed? Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll make an exception. All right, so now we're at the whirlpool stage. So basically, in the kettle, we've got everything spinning around. 要打开，如果我自己打开，它会太多那个，看不到，对。So right now it's starting to spin, and as it's spinning, all the hops and any residual matter is going to be concentrated in the middle, and then we're going to extract the wort from the side. To get some clean liquid, and it's going to go through the heat exchanger. It's going to cool down right away, and it's going to go into the fermentation tanks over there.
See that spinning, Peter? See that spinning?
现在在转，你看到了没有？
Spinning. Whirlpool. It's like when you go poo-poo and you flush the toilet, mate.
Yeah. And it goes the other direction in New Zealand, right?
I can't actually remember. It's been a while.
I learned that from The Simpsons.
Oh, safety first.
Yeah. All right, so we're almost done. 刚才做一个世界末日。已经给他了。
哦，我去买水。你跟妈妈，我爸爸要去买水。
Oh, cheers. 等一下。
Penny for the drive.
All right, so we are getting to the point where have we already transferred it?
It's like boys brewing day. Don't worry, everyone. We may have made a mess. This may or may not have something to do with it. But
This bottle of gin that was finished may or may not have anything to do with it.
Don't worry, Mum. I learned from. I will always tidy up after myself.
Yes, it is.
Tidy up. We'll send you the finished result.
Yeah, this is pretty messy now. You okay? Fist bump. Yeah. Okay.
Teku glasses cannot get better. So, the taste buds on our tongue can only differentiate between 6 different flavors. Our nose can differentiate over 10,000. So when we're drinking, no matter what is, whether it's some sort of soda water or something with flavor, once something that directs the flavor to your nose is always going to taste better. So
Right.
This is the premise behind this kind of glassware. Which
Yeah,
just
it
just makes any beer taste
It is
better.
like what the ISO glass is for the wine world, for the beer world, the Teku glass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, one of them. There is another brand for it, but
I think it was an Italian designer who made it specifically with that in mind.
So he's just adding some dextrose in there at the moment. We're just trying to get the sugar level up.
Yeah.
So this is 中式葡萄糖，我们提高那个整个酒的那个原麦汁浓度，所以我们可以做的那个酒精高一点。1, 2, 3. Okay.
We have no idea who finished that bottle of gin. No idea.
It wasn't me.
So, glasses. When you're on the side of the fence, we should be really wearing steel-capped gumboots and or steel-capped boots behind here. Mine are up at the cidery, so we're not doing that today. But always safety first, protect your eyes. Now I grew up in a house in New Zealand where we had log burners, not the best for the environment, and it's getting a bit steamy in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not the best for the environment, and actually the local council came in and forced everyone, including our household, to update our log burners. But from a very young age, fire just brings back a lot of memories. But also, my mum's a chemistry teacher, my brother's a doctor, and alcohol takes about 10 minutes, depending on its condition. So this is 75%. It takes about 10 minutes to kill bugs. Heat will kill instantly. So I'm a pyro.
So the alcohol, the contact time is too long, but when you add fire,
Yeah.
you're going to end up.
Make it instant. So this here is like a perlic tap, which for me is one of the best sample taps that we can get. And by doing this is grade 3 or 4 stainless, so we don't have any issues with. So the valve action is through here. Mm-hmm. So by just cleaning out that nose, I'm not really. There are methods, so even better than using this. If we had a syringe, that we could really make sure that we get it in there. But
Yeah.
you can never ever go wrong with a bit of heat. But you also have to be careful. You have to be smart. You have to separate. I mean,
The full bottle of alcohol, yeah.
and never drink and brew. Never drink and brew.
Yeah, and we did not do that
We
at
did
all.
not do that. So
We
anyway.
had nothing to do with that, so we're safe.
Never. So anyways, so this beer's just been put on cooling. It's going to have some yeast still flopping out. This is a Belgian style wheat beer, but this is one of the most beautiful things about our job is tasting fresh beer, which it just doesn't give any freshness. We call this tank samples. So we will be. This beer is too young to sell right now.
Right.
But it's never too young to drink for a brewer. We like to taste the beer professionally through different stages of its fermentation life and maturation.
Get a feel for how it's developing.
Get a so we're about to do that now. We're about to go and get a feel for how it's developing.
Right. It's all in the name of
so
science.
Let's see just when this first pours. So Alex already actually needs to do this. So doing this, I'm just being a bit of a dick now, but because this has got a valve in here, probably flaming it's not the best thing long term. But
It's got the rubber.
But I don't want to wait 10 minutes before I purge. But anyway, so
you're just gonna fuck up our rubber because this is not your brewery, and you don't give a shit because you know it's me who's gonna have to replace it.
I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I'll give it back to you, bro. But anyways, so let's see. So we want to get rid of some of the yeast, but to see, it looks like this is. It may not look pretty for you, but for the
Brewers, it looks good. This is
for the brewers, it looks good. And
This is gonna be.
And for my wife, this is actually. Should be selling this and bottling this. The yeast is actually good for your skin, doing a bit of a facial.
Right.
And also because this style of beer does not have a lot of hops in it, it's not going to have you stinging on your face. So we might have a little bit of a facial in a minute. But
Right.
let's see. So Elliot, 我们是否已经排过了酵母，但是 我们要不断的排，然后再把它那个倒灌到我们那个xinzhou罐啊。这个是刚刚降温了，还有很多酵母，所以就是还没完全熟了。But anyways, let's get a bit of yeast off the bottom before we start drinking it.
All right.
Be very careful. Actually, this is really a dumb way to do it. We should have a small hose. We should have a small hose down into
that goes directly into the drain.
Directly in the drain, so you don't have the risk of getting yeast and stuff all over your face. But I feel like having a bit of a facial, so
yeah, okay.
I'm gonna back off though.
yeah. So, oh, there we go.
Look at that.
It's under pressure. No, man, it's not safe. So we've already got. We can see from this we've got bits.
Some
of
hops.
We've got some stuff we call trub, or Americans call it trube.
Yeah.
So anyways, we've got some hot water here. So we're going to, before we drink this, we're going to sanitize a line down into the drain because this is already under pressure, and if I push that, I'm going to end up covered in yeast. And
it's
hops.
gonna
And
you're when you open that, you were feeling a little bit of resistance in terms of it.
It's just I've done this enough times before, and I've already been smashed in the face with enough.
Yeah. So what's happening?
I made enough mistakes. So like this is not how you should do it. This is wrong. So we might have to edit this out, but we probably won't.
No, I won't. This is going to be shown in its full glory. But I think what's important, because you're basically getting a blockage there, and all it needs is enough pressure for all of a sudden for it to push it all out.
We're going to do it in a second, but
and it will blast out.
It's going to blast out, and it's going to blast out all over me and all over everyone here. And look how beautiful textures. We don't want to cover it in a big yeast console. So 还好呢。你现在有那个还有热水吗？
要。
好，行，那我们就相对一下那个一个短的软管。
短一点的，就是1个1米的应该够了吧？
对。就这个。
Okay, so he is going to disinfect this by, we've still got some, that last tank there is our hot water tank.
Hot liquor tank.
Yeah, for basic terminology for them. Sorry to underestimate you guys, but our hot liquor tank, which is basically a tank full of hot water, and he's going to attach this with a butterfly valve, open that up and run hot water through it, so it's basically going to kill any of the germs. 这个现在是多少度的？
78. So actually,
it's not
it's
ideal.
Not ideal.
78 degrees.
No, so guys, we got some steam left. How much hot liquor we do have? 78 is a bit low.
Yeah, usually you want 80 degrees or above to really disinfect it.
It's time and temperature. So Pasteur's law. Once you get above a certain temperature, it's always a time versus temperature thing. But the hotter it is,
the less time you need.
The more PUs or the less time you need. So, and we could use chemicals to do it, but as some good fellow Kiwi brewers like Leon Mickelson and Fraser Kennedy taught me, heat touches all corners. The bugs can't escape. So it's not about bugs can hide in corners of say a heat plate exchange and other things, but like temperature, unless you've got a biofilm, which is something we don't want to talk about.
Yeah, that's getting too complex.
It's too scary. It's just scary. But just generally, heat is a good way to kill.
Because even if the liquid itself is not touching it, the steam from the entire thing is getting in all of the corners.
Just heat's killing it, and we can share a from the FDA in the US. So I use this internally in some of our SOPs, but. Different pasteurization times for different products, but just like a time versus temperature chart of how much contact time you need.
Based on the temperature.
So at 78 degrees, just shooting from the hip, we're going to need quite a long contact time to really...
Now, so here's the thing though.
This has been really paranoid.
Well, sorry, give me a second, because the thing is you're attaching this to the butterfly valve, but we are getting, right now we're talking about piping out product. We're not talking about piping in product. But you're still afraid that the germs in...
So exactly. So very, very extremely unlikely because it's coming under positive pressure coming out. This is. If you've got the resources to do it, why don't you? Why don't you take it? This is an extra, only a small amount of our time.
Do more than what you have to rather than less.
Because it's fresh beer, it's more sensitive. We don't pasteurize, we don't filter here. Daniel and Alec don't.
Do a quick summary because I got to go pick up Logan and come back.
No, quick summary. So come back. We'll do more after you come back.
All right. Okay. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I got to go pick up my son. All right. Cameraman Dan back on the job.
Here we are. We've got. So I prefer to keep this closed, but like we're coming to the tank. This is more sanitary. This is sanitizer in here, so this is more sanitary going into the tank. We don't want open orifices.
Yeah, open orifices are not generally good.
So we're coming near the end of the transfer. Now, today, I'm not caring about balance, and because we're concentrating, we are not caring that this is a group project, but we agreed to keep the IBUs down on this, not because we don't want
bitterness,
the bitterness, because this is the first time we've done it.
Yeah.
We don't know necessarily what we're doing, and we're learning along the way, and we're excited about that. But through the ice distillation or ice beer process, we will concentrate flavors, including bitterness being one of them. So there are downstream, what we call downstream products. If it's not bitter enough later, we can correct the bitterness level.
But if it's too bitter, though, it's very hard to correct that.
Correct. So here, I just want to show you, this is what we call the hola. So I just want to show you this. This is already split. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but that's what we call the turtle's back. It's already split now, but we need to decide at what level, at what point we finish off collecting the wort. And we didn't use a lot of hops today because this is not just hops. This is called trub or trube.
Yep.
Depending on where you're from. But this is protein and hops and other good stuff that we're leaving behind, and we're capturing the beer from this little hole down to the side. I'm not sure if you can see it. We've got a
it's a bit
we've got a cool hop sort of whirlpool wall here that stops some of these dragging too much of this trub into our fermenter. Mm-hmm. And we kind of missed the perfect turtleback shot today, but I'll show Daniel some nice ones, and you can add them into the video.
Cool.
But anyways, this is the turtleback, and this is what we want to see. So we want to. The whole point of this whirlpool is we wanted to take the beer, unfermented beer, which is called wort, off to the side, and we want to leave behind this stuff called trub or trube.
Yeah, I mean, if you can send us a better picture of the turtle back, but I think this still we can still see it. I think we would consider this a turtle head poking out.
And guys, on Daniel's channel, we're all. I mean, he's an '80s boy. I'm an '80s boy. I want everyone to let's have a vote on who is your favorite Ninja Turtle.
Who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? That's a good question for the commenters.
Yeah, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Who was your favorite?
Mine was Raphael.
Raphael, not Michelangelo.
No, Raphael for me. Sean, who was your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Leonardo.
There we go. We've got flavor country.
Yes.
Always Leonardo.
So we need diversity in the world.
Give me some of those anchovies on those pizzas.
No anchovies! Actually, anchovies on pizza are great.
Yeah.
That's one thing you don't learn until you're an adult.
Yeah. Or if you grew up with Ninja Turtles, you're a little bit more open-minded to it.
Alright, so
I think my battery's almost dead.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think we've got to finish up with some finishing notes here, because I've drained the whole battery.
I mean, I'm lucky that I stand on the shoulders of giants, and lucky to be involved in a cool, supportive group of friends involved in brewing who have always been willing to help me. And there's different thoughts. So fermenters, the yeast we're using today, H18. Some of my best mentors will not hydrate their yeast. Some will hydrate it. We're running a battery here today, guys. I will hydrate the yeast today because that's how I've been taught. I've been taught both ways, and there's pros and cons for hydrating, not hydrating, and also companies.
So we're working with dried powdered yeast today. Sometimes we work with
liquid.
Yeah, sometimes we work with liquid, but this is a question that we need to ask with dried yeast.
So different companies will have. So fermenters is just. So originally it was always hydrate your yeast, and now they're talking about you know, you've got to weigh the pros and cons. When we open the tank to put the yeast in, there's risk of infection from bugs floating around the air, and also, yeah, there's new guidelines depending on the company of dried yeast you use. We don't personally use a lot of dried yeast. I prefer liquid. But today, because this yeast has got special enzymes in it, and it's just a beast, and it's got high alcohol tolerance. This is our workhorse for today, HA18. Good luck.
All right. Good luck. Okay, guys. Well, we're about to run out of battery here, but we will see you guys soon. Beast mode.
Beast mode. Come in here.
We've got
beast mode.
Beast mode.
Beast mode.
Beast mode.
Beast mode. Did you guys get it? Beast mode.
We got it.
You got it.
All right.
Cheers.
If you're in Shenzhen, come by and try it out. And we're gonna have a few other videos coming up. We've got actually a few exciting ideas.
Oh yeah, we've got some great ideas. Yeah, great ideas. Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Cheers. All right. Catch you next time. Peace. Okay guys, so we are on day 2. I didn't upload the video of us doing the brew day because I'm just gonna join this together with the event that Nick was telling us about at his bar. So right now we're heading over to his bar in Futian district, and we're gonna hear, I think we're gonna hear his presentation on one of New Zealand's national days right now, and he's got a bunch of stuff, New Zealand pies and lamb and all kinds of stuff that he's making. So it should be pretty good, and I'm gonna bring you guys along for the journey. So let's go. Ready, boys? Yeah. Where do you want to go?
I want to go up.
You just said you wanted to go up. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, welcome in.
All right, here we are.
Whole family's here.
Yeah, we got just 2 of the boys, 2 of 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Say hi.
Everybody's upstairs.
Oh, there's another floor? I didn't know that.
You didn't know?
I had no idea.
How many times have you been here?
I've been here like 2-3 times.
I can't believe you didn't know. That's where the bathroom is.
Oh, okay. I have a big bladder, that's why I have no idea. All right, let's go. This is the expert here. You're the expert. Look who I ran into. I haven't seen you in like 2 years. It's been a long...
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Woody, one of my really good friends from South Africa, an amazing fighter.
Retired. Now I fight my wife.
Yeah. Yes. But you're still a hustler. You're doing your business. Yes. The level that you've gotten to, I mean, as a foreigner in Shenzhen, you've got to do so much more than a local would have to. I'm so proud of you, what you're doing.
Thank you very much.
You're working with a lot of the international schools. You've got some of your own little training centers for kids and stuff like that. Learning boxing and self-defense.
Kickboxing, BJJ, doing it all.
Absolutely, that's amazing. And maybe what we can do is I can come over and do a video with you and show your place.
You should come on and try for yourself. We're a very friendly community.
Yeah.
We accept from pro to the very, very raw beginning new people.
You have actually a video that went viral in China, something like 20 million views or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to share it here. You can share me the video. Sorry guys, I just ran out of space. I had to delete a few videos here. So what I'm going to do is...
Did you delete me too?
I didn't delete your one. No, we're not going to start from scratch. So I'm going to share your video now of the before when you were still a fighter.
当爸爸以前， 当爸爸以后，
So you're not doing any fights anymore?
Oh, 6 years retired.
I didn't realize that. The last boxing white collar boxing night.
Yeah, that's an amateur event, so my students go.
Right.
I wouldn't even compete in that because I think it's wrong. It's an amateur
You're not
event.
white collar.
Well, no, I'm not white collar. I'm just a poor farmer boy.
No. But in terms of boxing, if they're going to put you in a ring against a banker, that absolutely is not a fair fight.
Well, there was one time we did an exhibition fight, me and one of my apprentices.
Yeah.
So we did an exhibition fight, which was fun. But so my students fight in white collar fight night sometimes, and some of the other amateur shows.
Right.
But we also have some pros. So I mainly focus on the running of all the coaches and some of the fight events. But that event was 2 years ago? 2 years ago?
Right.
Yeah, it was good, but we do a lot of them, so maybe one day I'll send some videos of our team kicking ass.
We'll do a dedicated video on some of your training centers. It's awesome. But I think we're about to eat here. Let's see, we got some stuff that's about to be opened up. So let's keep going. And then Nick, he's going to do a presentation on New Zealand.
Nice.
Have you ever been to New Zealand?
No.
I haven't either. New Zealand is the most favorite place that I've never been to. Hello. It's my most favorite place I've never been to. They're the coolest guys.
I just heard it's cold, man. I heard it's cold.
No, man, I'm from Canada. I'm not, they're from Africa. Toronto.
New Brunswick.
Oh, there we go. New Brunswick's colder.
Anyway, thanks for the time, and I'll send you the video, and you can see my kids beat me up.
Sounds good. All right, let's eat.
Cheers.
Yo, it's awesome.
All right, guys, apologies for the abrupt end to this video, but this is where this particular adventure is going to end. It was a great night. That actually happened a couple of days ago from when I'm recording this now. There was so much more I could have shared from the end presentation. A lot of inside Kiwi jokes, and it was really fun, even though I didn't get all of the references. It was really fun seeing the audience, which was made up of a lot of Kiwis, laughing at it and really having a good time. And I could imagine the parallel, because if I were to share similar videos of Canadian culture or inside Canadian jokes, it'd be the same kind of thing. It would go over some people's heads, but it didn't matter because it was still so much fun to see them enjoying it and imagining some of these inside references. I left a little bit earlier than when Nick went into his speech about Maori culture. And anyways, he told me in advance he didn't know if he really wanted to post that part on here, that if it was going to go out to such a wide audience, he'd want to do it a little bit more justice. And so we'll have an opportunity going forward to have a direct conversation with him about some of his ideas and thoughts on that topic. In terms of the beer, beast mode, it's still in the tank. It's fermenting away. It's looking good. I think we're going to actually go and check on it today. Once it's finished, I'll give you guys an update. I'll let you know what it came in at, the final ABV, how it tastes, everything like that. We'll do maybe a live reaction video of us tasting it the first time. Who knows how it's going to turn out, but fingers crossed it's going to be good. So other than that, I think I'm just going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed that little trip. I hope you're enjoying your Chinese New Year, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.